Hmm? What? Sorry, I had music in. What'd you say? No, no one's sitting there. You can take the chair. Or you can sit down. What? No, it's fine. Just not what I was expecting. I mean, when someone normally asks if anyone's sitting there, it's because they want to take the chair, not sit down. No, fine, good, great, everything's fine. It's got a midterm tomorrow. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I'm so screwed. What? The class is fluid dynamics. It's the dynamics of fluids? I don't know. I really don't know. And it's a problem because I have an exam tomorrow. Oh, it's going awful. I failed the first exam. I was below average. That's never happened. I'm never below average. Ugh. I hate this class. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Yeah, sure, a break. Sounds great. Oh, so what are you doing here sitting at a table with a stranger banging his head against it? You don't know, really? Oh, come on. There has to be some reason you approach me. I mean, unless approaching total strangers is your thing, which is fine. So what did it... So what... Wow. Studying has turned my brain to mush. I can't even talk. So what is it, then? My dashing good looks, the inescapable lure of the world of fluid dynamics? Or am I sitting at your table and you want it back? I can move. My pens? Seriously? You want to know about my pens? Well, I guess they're the one good thing to come out of this class. Everything in this class has to be turned in pen. Exams, homework, everything, which is really annoying. I mean, you can work around it with homework because I do multiple copies. I do all the hard work in pencil and then copy it in pen and turn in the pen copy, but it's really annoying on exams because it's all math, and then if you screw up, you start crossing stuff out, and it becomes a mess, and there's limited room since he doesn't use blue books, and then you start drawing arrows to where you are trying to find more room, and then you hope the professor follows the arrows, and it's really stressful, and it's a pain. It's the only class I've had with a pen rule. I don't know, to prepare us for the corporate world or something, I don't know. Join the club, a lot of people have no idea what kind of pens they are. Someone asked me for a pen to sign something, and then I had no idea how to use the thing. They're fountain pens. They're more than just cool looking. They manage to slightly tame my absolutely atrocious handwriting. When I write with a pencil, I press really hard, and using a mechanical pencil, I kept breaking lead, so I got the thicker ones, and then pressing hard and thicker lead meant that everything was blurring together, and my hands were cramping up since I was pushing so hard. Since this class required pens, all I had was the really cheap ballpoint pens at the time, and those were, I think, worse than the pencils. But the way this professor runs the class, he copies notes over and projects them on the screen, and he uses fountain pens, and I figured my hands are cramping up so bad I might as well try it. I didn't have a reason not to, so I found some or I found a cheap fountain pen and some ink and tried it out, and it helps. My hands don't cramp as bad because I'm not pushing hard. The thin line of the pen makes it so stuff doesn't start blurring together. I mean, my handwriting's still absolutely awful, but I think it's a requirement to be an engineer. And now you know why I have weird pens. I'm surprised you haven't fallen asleep. Seriously, it's interesting. You think a discussion on pens is interesting? Were you dropped as a baby? An artist who's never heard of fountain pens? I don't know, it's just funny. I figured you being an artist, you'd know all about different types of materials, although I guess that's an unfair assumption on my part, but do you want to try it? Here. Are fountain pens seriously this hard to figure out? It's just a normal pen. It just looks a little funny. Hold it like a normal pen. Shiny side up on the nib, or tip. Yeah, like that. Well, I told you it's better. With tight, that's a Pilot Metropolitan. It's a cheap pen, but good. At least from researching. Wow. I've researched pens, that sounds so bad. Anyway, it comes highly recommended as a beginner pen or general use every day, throw it in your back pocket kind of pen. I like it. It takes cartridges or a converter, so it's handy in that way. Sorry, pre-filled ink cartridges or a converter if you want to use ink from the bottle. I'd have bottled ink because it's a lot cheaper than the converters or the cartridges. Compared to a normal ballpoint pen, it's a bit more work. With a full-time class schedule and taking notes in all of them, one refill of ink lasts about a week. And then every month or so I flush it out with distilled water just to make sure it's flowing fine. But it's worth it to avoid the hand cramps. Of course, I guess I could just get a not dirt cheap ballpoint pen, but then I can't confuse people with the weird looking pen, and that's the really fun part, so. Or a normal ballpoint pen wouldn't get strangers to approach to ask about them, so. But that's not why you're here, is it? Well, you certainly aren't here for homework or studying because you haven't gotten any books or notes out. And I've noticed you around when I'm in here studying. And I've noticed you trying to slyly steal glances at me. You've been watching me, haven't you? You'll have to apologize, I don't mind. It's kind of cute. Although you were always at a disadvantage, I was bound to notice the quiet ones are very observant, not much gets past us. You're turning so red. Yes, you are. Hey, you want to go get some food or something? I mean, I'm not making any progress on this stuff, and I really need to stop staring at it for a while. I've been here for hours, and I'm not getting anywhere, and I'm not going to get anywhere staring at it longer, so a break would probably be a good thing right now, and maybe afterwards I can refocus and maybe make some sense of it. Great, let me pack up, and we can go find something.